What's the top three long-term holdings?
I love this question and hate it at the same time. I'm not going to give you two tech, two index, and I'm not going to say Apple and Microsoft. If I have to start today, hold them for 5 years. If I have to pick three, mega cap. One would be Amgen. Two would be Lilly because of the tech exposure. And three would be Google. Those provide you almost little to no drawdown, regardless of what the economy is going to do. Amgen and Lilly are going to print money, but especially Amgen. Amgen's like I can't say a baby Lilly because they're different vocations, but the things that I loved about Lilly, they have the same thing. They're just not as great. Like it's like Jordan and Kobe. Like if I can put Jordan and Kobe on the same team, I'm good going to war with anybody.
So
And
what you
then
say?
Google,
You said Amgen. Oh, you said
Amgen, no, Amgen, Lilly, and Google are the three.
so those are your top. Those are your top three.
If I had to start new today,
Like today,
to
right
hold
now,
for the
today.
next 5 years, yeah,
Yeah.
those are
So
the three.
over Nvidia, over Microsoft.
Who you got? Before I say who you got?
Nvidia, Microsoft, and
And
TSM.
XRP. Rashad said XRP.
And XRP for sure. Well, Bitcoin, if we're not talking just, but if it's just stocks,
Yeah, just stocks.
just stocks.
If it's just stocks, Nvidia is one. Google will be two.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for the next 5 years.
Yeah, just next 5. Yep.
I don't want to invest in it, but I think I'm obviously TSM would be in that because that's always been my number one.
Yeah. Same. That's why I was saying
Amazon,
video.
like
I've said
easy,
it so
but
much.
I think that over the next 5 years, Tesla is going to have a hell of a run.
Even if he leaves?
Why would he leave? He just got the $1 trillion pay package if he hits certain.
I think
milestones.
the metrics that he's going to meet the metrics.
He can meet the metrics and leave to the company that really matter.
But that he has to do it within a certain time frame. He doesn't get to the trillion. I think he has to do it in like 8 or 9 years. So that falls within the range. I think the autonomous, the robotics, what he's now doing in terms of like technology and space, he'll figure out a way to incorporate that. Tesla is just such an interesting proposition for the next 5 years that outside of the ones you guys said, I think the return on that would be pretty interesting, high growth. I wouldn't want to do it, but I think it'll have a hell of a return in the next 5 years.
And sometimes the person in the space will tell you where the economy is going. When he said, we're not a car company, I'm going to robotics.
Straight up.
That tells you the value of software is damn near. I don't like a lot of his political aspersions. I don't like how his daddy acted.
Right.
I don't like how his daddy raised him. What Elon has done well, though, he knows how to pick a category that's going to dominate for 15 years, though.
That's the line, bro. And that's why I thought it. I'm like, he's telling you straight up, like, yo, this isn't about cars. This isn't about us making cars. In fact, that Model S,
I'm done with the whole sector.
We're done making that. It was nice. It made sense, but we're done with that now. This is where we're going.
But even that is problematic. Hit the like button and share. We're almost at 7,000.
Please.
Even that is problematic to me because, I mean, they're missing numbers on the cars. And now you shift into an industry. Once again, the bubble talk. It's a guess. Some people can raise money and be off of. It goes back to the metaverse
Speculation,
right?
Or
they saying that there's going to be 100 million humanoid robots. That's what they're saying.
That's a large.
They also said that. They also said that real estate in the metaverse was going to be the new frontier. And Snoop Dogg, somebody brought like $1 million for the house next to Snoop Dogg.
Who's they? That's
they
because people was killing Zuck for it. They didn't want to go on that ride with him.
Well, a lot of people did though. A lot of people brought into the metaverse. It wasn't just Zuckerberg. A lot of people was in the metaverse. Heavy. So I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Elon, like you basing your whole company off of a thesis of what could potentially happen, but what's currently happening. He's disappointing. The cars and he's got himself in a lot of political turmoil. When the Democrats take over, they're not just going to forget everything that he did. He's going to have some level of retribution and payback for this.
Well, he's still got 3 years, and that's the crazy part. So if it's in the next 5, he's still got 3 left.
If XAI, who is XAI merging with?
His other company. It's already done. SpaceX.
That would tell you, if I got an asset and Sam allegedly stole the baby that I helped create and help get funding for it, employees, and you do your Super Bowl commercial, and I make a competitive asset and I move it over to SpaceX, it's interesting he didn't move it over to Tesla.
No, exactly, 100%. SpaceX is not. That's the one to me. SpaceX,
that and Starlink, because I think he's going to do the same with Starlink and put XAI, SpaceX, and Starlink into one. That's a company that most people cannot touch. The company damn near untouchable.
I'm not going to comment today, but I will comment next week, and this will make sense when I do it.
Got you.
Yeah,
SpaceX. But we at some point we do have to have that real conversation though. There's luxuries that some people's afforded that other entrepreneurs are not.
100%. Oh, we know
like
that.
The metaverse. I love Zuck. Shout out to everybody at HQ at the Hudson building. But if I delivered that metaverse and that was the losses on it,
there is no second chance. You're not even getting the first chance with the idea. The idea is not getting you a first chance.
Mm-mm.
And we're gonna talk about access to capital later on in the episode. But some entrepreneurs are afforded to lose hundreds of billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get rewarded with hundreds of billions of dollars. Other entrepreneurs have no margin of error at all. You lose $1,000 and your life is over.
Mm-hmm.
So Elon, people like him on Wall Street, but he's. You really think that humanoid robots is going to take over the way that like 100 million humanoid robots? You really think that's going to happen?
Take over in what sense?
100 million. I think he said 300 million, something like that.
I don't know. I don't think we're in Terminator. I think obviously in factories, in workforce, does it change? Yeah. Will everybody have it in their homes? I don't think we're there in the next 5 years. I think you'll start to see the signs of how it improves some, like I said, workforce, maybe some forms of life, like some things, some tasks in life. But can anybody afford it? Right? When that first iteration of anything, it's usually super expensive, and there's only a limited people that can afford that price point until they figure out a model that makes sense that the everyday person can have. We're not there yet, but you could. That's where they're headed. You can see all systems are pointing that way. Hold on, maybe we should stop talking about.
Ian, where are you?
Can you guys hear me?
They're trying to get the boy out. Yeah, you know what,
Elon? I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
Damn,
but no, do I think there'll be 100 million humanoid robots through one company? Probability is low. Even if you just look at the delivery history of what he said about FSD. But like you said, some creators and founders are allowed to paint a lofty picture that's bigger than the total addressable market.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I would have pitched the metaverse and it fell, I would have been assassinated. So saying what the stuff that he get to say, and they criticize the hell out of Obama for putting his feet up on the desk and wearing a tan suit. There's just some liberties that are given, and this is a fact. Like, even I know I may be tough on Tim Cook, Steve wouldn't have missed this AI wave like this. Any other company that missed the AI wave, they're suffering. They're suffering as a result. So
is that a model that can really be a pivot for a company that's a car company now, just to go into uncharted territories and say, okay, this is the play that we're going to do? Robotics.
I think because he's a visionary, he will be able to do it. But I ultimately think that he is going to railroad Tesla. And to the person in the comments who said Starlink is already under ownership of SpaceX, they have, of course, a partnership. But if it was completely owned by SpaceX, you wouldn't be able to invest in both rounds. So they don't solely own it. I do think upon exit, you can put a way in for your shoes to be too big to fill. His are. But it's also a poison pill so that the company does not thrive. Look at what he's done to the value of the company of just the cars in the last 5 years. At one point, people were paying $80,000 and $90,000 for those cars. You can get some of those cars now for $22,000. That's a hard pivot while people are sitting in a financing option and the value of the car is less than the loan that you got.
Yeah, the godfather of AI said that robotics is a once in a generation opportunity, and it has a chance to do work that we do now and will no longer want to do in the future. So he's backing that.
Who?
Jensen.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. I don't think anybody. It's like once again, it's like AI. I don't think anybody's thinking that robotics is not going to play a major part. But I just don't see 300 million robots.
I don't either.
That's a lot. That's
worldwide.
That's like a whole country.
The human robots at factories and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure, they're going to play a major part. But like, just hundreds of millions of robots just walking the streets and just in everybody's household. I don't know. I don't see that happening in 5 years.
No, I don't think it's 5 years. But you think about how many people work in factories. You think about the global impact of that. You're talking like if he's talking about walking outside and it's like I said, is it Terminator? No, but if you're talking about factory work, you're talking about millions of jobs.
But the thing about it is, a lot of those factories have already been replaced by robot, not in the sense of robots like humanoid robots, but machines that do work already. That's already taken away a lot of jobs. So humanoid robots specifically,
different. What we saw with our own eyes when we were on the tour at NVIDIA, and when we got to see what they're doing in terms of programming the agentic robots, it was like, damn.
It was amazing. Yep. Especially calibration for different space environments, for sure.
Yeah, like this is different.